airport ASAP.
Candy Club? I thought that died out years ago.
Well, somebody started it up again, apparently, according to their website.
Their website? Talk about organised crime.
It outlines what you have to do in order to become a member. The 6 steps. 6 tasks to be completed in 6 hours.
Such as?
Various mindless stunts.
Petty vandalism, daredevil stuff. It's sort of an initiation thing.
Buddy's been leaving a number at each of the scenes. We think it corresponds with the number of the step he's just completed.
Each step gets more dangerous and destructive. Trashing the clothes marked was step 4.
Any idea what the next step could be?
Well, I think we need to speak to the Candy Club's founding member.
You gotta be kidding. The Candy Club. The legend continues. Hey, look, I'm not involved if that's what you think. I'm all grown up and responsible these days.
Well, actually, it's Buddy we're worried about.
What's the 6th step?
He's doing the 6 steps.
So you've heard of it?
I created it. And stopped it.
Somebody got hurt, didn't they? Buddy just wants to be like you, Eddie. If something happens to him...
Stupid little brat. There's these 2 buildings off Westway Avenue. One roof's below the other, and there's this gap in between them. That's the 6th step.
Is it a serious jump?
It's all right if you keep your nerve.
What happens if you miss?
There's an 80-foot drop.
Moore's alibi was that he was picking his daughter up from the city airport, yeah?
Yeah, which was confirmed by the airline and the CCTV footage.
Cell site analysis, however, shows us that Ray, or at least Ray's phone, was in the vicinity of Lyme Harbour, a short detour from the route home from the airport. Now, we know there was a fire at Lyme Harbour today.
Well, covering his tracks again.
Well, why did he wait till today to torch the place? Why not last night?
Maybe we spooked him.
He didn't seem spooked to me. He's cocky, even after Paddy's body turned up.
Something happened that made him worry that we might make the Lyme Harbour connection. He found out we had a possible witness.
Who?
Annie. He picked her up from the airport, then stopped off to execute Paddy, then took her home.
Are you telling me that he murdered Paddy in front of his daughter?
It's what this morning's little stunt was all about. She was reenacting what she saw her father do last night. Paddy Morgan was shot twice in the back of the head. She fired twice this morning. In her interview, Annie uses phrases that seem a little odd coming from a girl of her age. You shouldn't let people take advantage. That's beyond the pale.
No wonder Ray was so keen to talk to Annie at Turnbull's house. He needed to find out what she'd told us.
But since Turnbull wouldn't let him see Annie, he couldn't take the chance. He had to destroy the crime scene. I want you to pick up Annie from Turnbull's house. She's now a possible material witness. We need to talk to her again.
Yes, sir.
Before her father does. Now, I want you to understand that, unlike this morning, this interview is being videoed, and you are now here as a witness to a crime, yeah? Now, Annie, I want you to think back to last night when your father picked you up from the airport. Did you stop anywhere on your way home? Well?
No. We went straight home.
What route did you take?
I really don't know.
She's been living in Manchester for a couple of years. How on earth could she answer that?
Have you ever seen the Thames, Annie?
The river? Yeah.
Did you see the river on your way home from the airport?
Where is this leading, Superintendent?
Can you describe what you saw when your father took you to the river?
Oh, this is getting ridiculous.
Any buildings? A warehouse?
They were empty and dirty.
That's enough. You don't have to say any more, Annie.
Is there a problem?
You're scaring her.
She doesn't need to be scared of me. Did you see something there that scared you, Annie?
That's enough. My client would like a break. And I, Superintendent, would like a word in private.
Come on in! Come on!
He's already up on the roof.
It's a long way up, isn't it?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just not that great with heights, that's all.
She's just a child, for pity's sake.
She had a loaded gun. You said she understands right from wrong, but how can you be sure?
You leave that to me. I'm her uncle.
Well, I certainly wouldn't leave it to her father. Where do you think she got the idea to pull a stunt like that?
We're straying from the point. This is about Annie, not her father.
She's turning into him. Why can't you see that? Last night, she saw her father do something terrible. I believe she was acting that out this morning. Now, what's another 5 or 10 years living with that man going to do to her? I can put him away, and you can help me.
Do you realize what you're asking? I'm his brother-in-law. I'm his solicitor.
You wanted to protect your sister from Ray, and you failed. But you can protect her daughter now.
She won't turn into him. I won't let that happen.
What if she ends up like your sister?
You want to know what Ray Moore did last night? You don't need to hear it from Annie. I was there.
Buddy!
Stay back.
Look, you don't have to do this.
Yes, I do.
It's pointless.
So's being a nobody the rest of my life.
Are you mad? If you fall, the rest of your life will last approximately 2.5 seconds.
Eddie did it, so can I. Stay there.
Forget Eddie.
He's my big brother.
So you do just whatever he does? If he told you to jump off a cliff? Never mind.
He didn't tell me to do this. It's my decision.
But that's because he doesn't want you to do it. How else do you think we found you? Eddie doesn't want his little brother splattered everywhere just because he wants to be cool.
He arrived at my office after picking Annie up. We were all going out for a meal to celebrate. And once we were in the car, he said he had to stop off somewhere.
The warehouse on Lime Harbour Dock?
Yeah. And when we pulled up, I noticed Paddy's car was there. It didn't feel right. And Ray told us to wait in the car. He said he had some business to take care of. He should have been gone 5 minutes, but after a quarter of an hour, I went to look for him. We were running late for the restaurant. Paddy was tied to a chair, crying.
Did he say anything?
Just that he was sorry, that he never meant any disrespect. I think they'd beaten him quite badly.
They?
Yes, there was one or two of Ray's associates. They were there. Muscle men. I don't know their names.
Then what?
Well, he saw me standing in the doorway. I thought he'd be angry, but he invited me in. Then Ray started shouting at Paddy about how he was back in business, that he couldn't let people think that he'd gone soft while he'd been away. That would be beyond the pale. He said that Paddy had stolen from him, and that meant Paddy had to pay. That's when I noticed he was holding a gun.
I need you to say it for the tape.
Ray Moore shot Paddy Morgan twice in the head